This is West Virginia Engineering by Stuttering Dave. We're going to start this video as 2.0 or part 2. Upper radiator support on an 06 Mustang base model convertible. So I got I got it in there. Now I just got it set in, and a couple of the brackets had some bolts, so I got them bolted in. So I just gotta eyeball a couple of things, make sure it's good, bend a couple more brackets, and then I just gotta do a little bit of spot welding, and I gotta install the one bracket. Also have to find one. I'm sure I got one, some here, piece of little angle iron, or just a piece of metal that I can bend into a 90-degree. Just tack it up there, but it's coming along pretty good right now. Okay, so here's what the new radiator support looks like. It's not installed yet. It's just laying in there. It's still loose. I mean, it's still loose, trust me. A little bit difficult to get in. Wish I had somebody that could hold the camera to show, but it's in there. I do got a couple bolts in it, because it had a bracket, so that helped me line things up. So now this is going to be my 90-degree angle piece of metal. I have to do, I may, if I don't have one, I may just cut one out of the old radiator support and then bend it and use it. That might be what I will end up doing. Not sure yet, but everything looks pretty good. Just gotta use a couple of clamps, get everything lined up pretty good. Eyeball it here and there. So, forgot to mention, for me to get the radiator support in the proper spot, I need to measure how far it was into the unit body. So this is roughly three-quarters of an inch. So I'm gonna have to mark the new one 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just gonna use a pick and just score the paint. That'll be the easiest thing than to try to find a colored marker to show up on black. Pretty simple. Measured how far the old one was down inside the unit body, and then I scored the new one to measure, so I know how deep to put it in to try to get it back to as much as possible, so I don't have to do no pulling later on to try to get headlights lined up or anything else lined up and looking good. So now let me just put it in, and then just go from there. Okay, I am ready to start spot welding all my joints. Got everything in. I would like to say one thing, and I believe I should have said it in the very first video ever done. Anytime that you're working on an automotive, especially anything that has airbags in it, you should always unhook the battery. And some manufacturers will tell you to wait 30 minutes. Other manufacturers will tell you to kill all the capacitors. And you do that once you unhook one cable and then just touch the cables together, and it causes a little bit of sparks that shorts out all the capacitors that are in the cable, that are in all the control modules. And And I did unhook the battery, which was the first thing that I did do once I opened up the hood, because I knew I was going to be banging and pounding on stuff and didn't want the airbags to go off, and I had to remove the one crash sensor on the front. So with that in mind, always unhook it. And then plus, anytime that you're going to be welding on anything that has any type of electrical device to it, you always want to unhook that electrical device so that you do not short out anything and cause damage. So always remember to unhook your battery. Be safeties first. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm going to use my Harbor Freight special gasless wire welder. It works decent. I've tacked up a couple of exhausts, sealed them up with it. I fixed a couple of lawn chairs with it. It's great for little things that you don't have gas. It does just spatter or spit sometimes, but you know, if you do a little bit of grinding on it, it doesn't look half bad. But for $89, you couldn't beat it. I've had it for a few years now. So I lined up all my marks. Okay, as you can see, I lined up all my marks. I got my marks. You can see, you barely see it there, but it's right there. See my mark? Done it on the other side too. So I am ready to weld a little bit. Here's my little Harbor Freight special. Chicago Electric Welding. It's a wire welder. I think it's 90 amps without no gas. So it does pretty good. So, you know, I still got to make that bracket, but I just wanted to weld in, and I'll make that bracket the last thing that I do on it. So you can see, not sure if you can see it on this one, but you can see my marks right there. A little bit of silver shining. I don't know, this sun is just so glaring so much, but I'm gonna try to get it lined up and good as much as possible. So hopefully I don't have to do no pulling after I'm done. And always remember, unhook your battery. As you can see, this battery here is unhooked. All my welding done except for this one piece right here that I need to make a bracket for. But got it. I grounded them a little bit. You know, like I said, I am not a welder. So put some down there. Also through here. So hopefully I got them really good and secure. But hopefully they are. So we will, I know this welder here, it just like spats and spits. But this seems pretty secure. So now I got this I built a little lean-to. It's right back here, and for my rafters I got these brackets here, and I had a couple left over, and I thought this would just be a perfect one. I just need to bend it a little bit, maybe right there at the screw holes, bend it straight, and then bend it at 90 degrees, and that should probably work well. And then I'm probably just going to weld it into it, just tack it, just like I tacked all the others. So should be pretty good. Bending this bracket, I do not have a vise, so this is going to be a West Virginia engineering challenge right here, since I don't have a vise to bend this, to straighten it. So my little toe toe ball thing. I'm going to use it as a kind of like a vise. I'm going to put it like this, and I'm going to hit it with a hammer a couple of times, straighten out that part of it. And I know once I straighten it out, or I just might, you know, I don't really, if it's just down on there and then just weld it. So what I just might do, instead of straightening it out and do it, I just may just cut this off right here and then just weld it in. I think that might be a little bit stronger and a little bit quicker and easier to do. So why don't I just do that? Okay, so I got my die grinder and I got a pair of pliers to hold it. So I'm just going to cut this right through here. Just a straight line, or try to do a straight line. Hold it with the pliers and then see how that will fit. Okay, so I got my bracket cut. So now just going to see how it fits in there. Let me flip around my phone. See how it fits in there. Like, that looks pretty good. I mean, it's just there to hold it. Hold that bracket, and then I can just tack it right there, maybe right there, and then on all fours, and should be pretty good. Okay, got it all welded in. I got the welds, I drowned them a little bit, put a little bit of black paint over them, used a little bit of crayon high heat max for drills, and rust inhibitor, so hopefully it will help with the rusting of these. This is my bracket. It looks like chicken scratch, but hey, you know, as long as it stays together, that's all that matters. Don't really care how it looks, you know, but everything looks pretty good, looks pretty solid. So now I'm just gonna start putting it back together. Okay. I got the fenders back on, headlights back in. I got the hood latch in, so we are going to get rid of the pins for the hood right now. And I had to take a mini sledge, and I had to beat the striker out. It was just completely bent, and I had to jump up and down on the hood. Okay, so this is what I had to take a sledgehammer to, the striker. I had to take a mini sledge and pound it out because the hood wouldn't line up. I put a 4x4 right here, jumped up and down on the hood trying to get it unfolded. Whenever she wrecked it, it was completely folded in half, and I had to jump up and down on it before to get it to where it's at right now. But now the hood closes, latch. My welds, you can see my welds right here. It does not look good, but you know what? I mean, I am a non-welder, so I don't think that you can ask for anything better out of a non-welder. So, but it's been a tiring day. It looks like a storm's coming in, and I'm just hot and sweaty. So now I just need to get the bumper, and I don't know what to do about this fender. That fender got a big old gap right there between the headlight. I think that gap is just gonna have to stay there. And this side here's like this on the passenger side. So I think she's just going to have to live with that gap, because I'm not good enough, and I am not in the body man. I'm just I'm just a hillbilly that's trying to live in the city. That's all I'm trying to do.